Jim Shelton, you're going to the ball game tonight. If you are, I'll see you at the game. Talk to you later. Bye.
This is a preview of Indiana boys basketball sectional 9. The first game of the sectional at Greenfield Central, sectional 9, will be played on March the 3rd. And the first game that night, there's 2 games that night. And the first game is Muncie Central against Richmond. Muncie Central comes into the game with an 11-11 record. They have played 12 opponents that were 4A teams, and they're 4-8 against those 12 opponents. They played 0 teams that were ranked, and they lost their last game. They play a lineup of that usually starts of 2 sophomores and 3 seniors. Next team is Richmond, who is the opponent. During the season, Richmond won the head-to-head match by 2 points at Richmond. Richmond comes into the game with a 6-18 record. They've played 8 4A opponents, and they're 1-7 against those. The only one they beat was Muncie Central in that head-to-head match. They've lost their last 6 games. And head-to-head, like I said, Muncie Central was the team that they beat. That was a 4A team. The second game of that night, the first night, is Anderson and Pendleton Heights. They met the first game of the season. For each, and Pendleton beat Anderson in that game. They won the game at Anderson on the 25th of November. Over 58-50. The game was played at Anderson, of course. Anderson comes into the tournament with a 15-7 record. They've played 12 4A games. They've won 8 and lost 4 of those. They've played 2 ranked opponents that were 4A, and that was Mount Vernon and Hamilton Southeastern, and they lost both games. They've won their last 4 games. Their opponent will be Pendleton Heights, who comes into the game with a 17-5 record. They've played 8 4A opponents. They are 6-2 against those 4A opponents. They played 2, the same 2 that Anderson had played, Mount Vernon and Hamilton Southeastern, and they lost both. The winner of the first game, Muncie Central and Richmond, will face Mount Vernon, who is 22-3 on the year. They've lost to Fishers, Crown Point, and Pike. All three are ranked opponents, and the Pike game was an overtime. And they played Crown Point and Fishers very early in the season. They played 17 4A games, and they're 14-3 in those 17 games. All three losses, of course, have come to top 10 teams that are currently in the tournament. They feature guard Luke Erdl, who is the leading candidate for Mr. Basketball. The second game of the last team in the tournament is Greenfield Central, and they will play on Friday night against the winner of the Anderson Pendleton Heights game. Greenfield Central comes into that game at 11-11. They play a very weak schedule. They played one ranked opponent, and that was Mount Vernon, and they lost. They played 9 4A games, and they are 3-6 in those 9 games. None of their opponents, other than Mount Vernon, were ranked. They've won 3 in a row. And most of the wins, all 3 wins they've gotten were very weak 4A teams. And that's the 3 in a row is those 3 wins. I would say that probably what's going to happen is the winner of the Anderson. I'm going to make predictions here. The Muncie Central Richmond game, I'm going to give the nod to Richmond. They played they matched up better against Muncie Central earlier this season, and Muncie Central doesn't have all the players they had at that point. I'll take that back. They do have all the players they had at that point, but they are playing a different lineup than they did at that point, and are not playing nearly as well as they were then. Richmond, I don't know why, but they seem to match up better with them, and they have. I'm going to pick Richmond in that game. The second game is Anderson and Pendleton Heights. This one depends on which. Both teams have a weakness in that their best player has not been playing very well. Anderson has a sophomore that is. They have actually 3 sophomores they start. All 3 of them are. The last time I saw them play, they just didn't seem to be like they were earlier in the season. The shots weren't falling like they were, and they've had some, I think they're a little beat up too. I know for a fact that the 2 of the sophomores are the coach's sons, and the taller one seems to have some kind of an ankle issue, and he just isn't running like he was. On the Pendleton Heights side, the biggest scorer they have is Cooper Sims, who the last 2 or 3 times I've seen their last 3 games, I think, and he just doesn't seem to be playing like he was early in the season either. He has a brace on his knee. I suspect that that's for a reason in all those games, and I think that whichever one of those 2 guys play better, the 2 that are hurt, that team is the one that wins. I'm going to pick Pendleton Heights in this game, but I could see Anderson winning it also. Anderson would match up. Either team would match up the same with Mount Vernon, because I'm going to pick Mount Vernon to beat whoever wins that first game on Wednesday night, and it'll probably be a Mercy Bowl game. that one won't be close. The second game is Greenfield and Anderson or Pendleton Heights. Whoever wins that second game on Friday will be the winner of that game, and they will play Mount Vernon. And I think that Mount Vernon will be the winner of the, and it might be a fairly decent game. Unless Greenfield would win that Friday night game, and then it probably won't. But the winner will be Mount Vernon, and for the second year in a row, they will have won the section. That's what I think will happen in sectional number 9, and hope to see you at the games. I will be there on Wednesday night, or Tuesday night rather, and will not be there for Friday or Saturday. So we'll look forward to seeing you there Tuesday night, and we'll see you at the ball games.